tell us about what did you do personally then that next year or so?
There's so much, Pam. The first 6 weeks, thankfully, I had off. My employer was great. They donated time. I immediately went to a counselor, and I realized that even with my friends who would just come and lay on the floor with me, I just didn't have the words to express to anybody what I was feeling. I was very numb. I isolated myself. I went through the movements. I was on autopilot because I had a child to take care of.
Yeah.
I was totally disconnected. I actually received a lot of criticism and judgment for not grieving enough. And it broke my heart because, you're not in my shower.
Yeah.
You're not in my bed.
Yeah.
So
how can anyone speak into how I grieve too? Right? Or where I grieve. Right.
So I felt like I had been stripped of everything. And a lady from the church gave me the book Jesus Calling. But I'll be very honest, I couldn't go to church. I tried about a month later, and I couldn't get through praise and worship. I walked out. I was just consumed with grief. But I'll tell you, that first night, I was walking down the street, and I looked up and I said, God, how dare you? How dare you take a servant? If you want me to believe in you, you need to become audible to me. I don't want to guess. I don't want to think maybe this was you. You need to be deliberate in what you are telling me, so much to the fact where it'd be undeniable that it was you. And I demanded that of him, and I waited, and I was like, okay, no burning bush. There's nobody coming back from the dead.
Yeah.
So I went home that night, and I was sitting out on my balcony, and I happened to look out, and for the first time in my life, I saw a shooting star. And I said, God, I just need to know he's in heaven. Okay, things happen in this world. Just let me know that I'm going to see him again, and then I'll be okay. Then I can get through this. But when I saw that, I thought to myself, that wasn't you. You can't do it again. And I saw a second one immediately. So I had that confirmation very early on to say that I'm not going to leave you. I'm going to be with you every step of the way. And then no matter what I did in that first year, even if I wasn't coherent, and I'll use that term loosely, but even if I wasn't coherent, he held me, he protected me, he provided, he guided me, he filled me up in those moments.
So your faith,
oh man,
got you.
I have an anchor on my back, because I can tell you that when you're anchored as a boat, when you imagine this, the anchor's down, there could be a storm, you're all over the place, you're tossing and turning, the boat looks out of control. That's exactly how I felt. But there was something, and that was my faith that had me anchored.
Had you anchored.
No matter how much I was tossed around in that water.